For France, the Louvre is more than a museum. It's a monument to history. Once a royal palace, now the heart of a national pride. A symbol of everything France treasures about its art, its culture, and itself. It's supposed to be untouchable, but on a quiet Sunday morning, October 19, 2025, that illusion shattered in just 7 minutes. The Louvre is the most visited museum on Earth, home to over 35,000 masterpieces from the Mona Lisa to the remnants of France's crown jewels. It's a place so guarded that most people thought a robbery was impossible. Cameras in every hall, guards on tight rotations, motion sensors, reinforced glass, alarms. And yet, at around 9:30 a.m., a small crew proved that even the world's safest museum can bleed. The thieves came prepared, dressed as French construction workers in yellow safety vests. They rolled up to a facade under renovation, an area where a lift truck wouldn't raise suspicion. That detail was crucial, because what looked like a maintenance job was the start of a precision heist straight out of Ocean's 11. They parked a rented basket lift, raised it to a second-floor window near the Galerie d'Apollon, and cut through the window with a blowtorch and small saw. Within seconds, they were inside the most secure room in the building, just 250 meters from the Mona Lisa. Everything about this operation was timed. Sunday morning, low foot traffic, minimal guard movement. They knew exactly what they were doing. Once inside, they didn't wonder. They went straight to 2 specific display cases that held France's crown jewels, pieces worth nearly 88 million euros, or about $100 million. They fired up handheld grinders. The sound of metal on glass echoed through the gallery as sparks flew. Reinforced display glass turned to dust. Within 4 to 7 minutes, the thieves scooped up 9 historic items, including a tiara and brooch belonging to Empress Eugène, wife of Napoleon III, and bolted. Security alarms went off. Guards moved to evacuate visitors instead of confronting the thieves, avoiding a shootout in the packed museum. By the time police arrived, the robbers were already descending the lift with their loot. A tourist video captured them climbing down, faceless, calm, unhurried. Moments later, they jumped on waiting scooters and vanished into the Paris streets. Among the stolen pieces, each item carried royal history, not just precious stones. They were the last surviving fragments of the French crown jewels, symbols of monarchy, empire, and heritage. But the thieves made one costly mistake. During the getaway, they dropped a damaged crown, later recovered in an alley near the Seine. A single clue, but not enough. Investigators quickly realized how precise this operation was. The lift truck had been rented 9 days earlier under a fake name. Within hours, the museum was sealed. Forensic teams dusted for prints, and French police launched an international manhunt. By noon, every screen in Paris flashed the same headline: priceless crown jewels stolen from the Louvre. President Macron called it an attack on our history. Opposition leaders called it a humiliation and a wound to the French soul. The Louvre wasn't just robbed, France's identity had been violated. Worse still, this was the 3rd major museum heist in Paris since September. Something bigger was happening, and France wanted answers. Forensic teams collected over 150 DNA samples and fingerprints from the lift, helmets, gloves, and tools left behind. Within a week, police tracked 2 suspects, men in their 30s from Seine-Saint-Denis. One was arrested at Charles de Gaulle airport, attempting to board a flight to Algeria. The second was captured near Paris. Authorities haven't yet confirmed whether they were part of the 4-man team or facilitators, and as of now, the stolen jewels remain missing. That's bad news, because experts say that after a week, stolen jewels are often melted down or recut, destroying their historical identity forever. Time isn't just money in this race, it's history itself. 3 days after the robbery, the museum reopened, but the Galerie d'Apollon stayed sealed behind police tape. Under immense public pressure, Louvre director Laurence Descartes admitted the theft could have been prevented. It turned out that parts of the facade lacked camera coverage and external surveillance hadn't been fully restored after renovation works. Staff shortages and delayed equipment upgrades had left blind spots. In other words, the fortress wasn't as secure as everyone thought. For the Louvre, it's a moment of reckoning. This wasn't a high-tech Hollywood job with lasers and hacking. It was brilliantly simple. That simplicity is what makes it so alarming. It exposes how even the most iconic institutions can be undone by human routine and complacency. To many, this wasn't just a robbery. It was an existential bruise. The crown jewels symbolize a complex past. Monarchy, empire, revolution, art. They're relics of France's transformation, each gem a fragment of a story spanning centuries. To lose them, even temporarily, felt like losing part of the nation's soul. As of late October 2025, the manhunt is still active. Police also found the 2 scooters used in the escape, abandoned near a warehouse on the city's outskirts. Inside, they discovered traces of gold dust, possible evidence that the thieves had already started dismantling loot. It's a chilling sign that the jewels might soon vanish forever. 7 minutes. That's all it took to turn the world's most secure museum into a crime scene. For the thieves, it was a perfect plan. For France, it was heartbreak. For history, a reminder that no treasure is ever truly safe. Somewhere out there, perhaps in a dim garage or a hidden vault, the jewels of France may still sparkle under artificial light, waiting for their next chapter. If you found this story fascinating, hit subscribe for more deep dives into history's greatest heists and mysteries, because sometimes truth really is stranger and faster than fiction.